Hi everyone and welcome to the Urban Investor, where I track my single income family of four's journey to FIRE. That's financial independence, retire early. In this video, I will review my March income and expenses, calculate my investment and savings rate, as well as look at how my index fund has grown this month. Please do check out my last video where I review my March net worth. So February was my highest savings rate on record, but March beat it. To see what drove this great performance, let's begin with my dashboard as usual, where we will take a deep dive into each tile. So moving on, we can see my investment and savings rate have increased month on month, a whopping 67.7%, giving me a savings rate of an impressive 77% this month. For the first quarter of the year now, I have managed to save and invest over £15,000, almost £16,000 in fact, which I am very pleased with. So moving on, we can see my actual versus budget, where we really begin to see what is driving this great savings rate. First of all, my take-home pay is not 10k a month. I wish. This month my bonus was paid out, and as you can see, I made an estimate for this, which I was not too far off. For those who are wondering, my bonus made up about 4.5k of this 10k figure. You can see my savings variance is actually higher than the income variance, meaning I spent marginally less than I expected. More on my expense allocation shortly. Therefore, I managed to finish on a savings rate of 77%, which I am extremely happy about. So where have I spent my income in February? Kicking off, beginning with paying myself, you can see £7,883 went in this investment and savings pot. Around £1,100 went into my property, where I continue to make small overpayments to chip away at my mortgage. Another £2,000 went into my pension, which actually only cost me £849. The remaining £1,150 is free money. I get over £500 from tax relief by paying into my pension, and the remaining circa £600 comes from my employer matches. The remaining circa £4,700, which is near enough my bonus, went straight into my bank account, which I will use to pay off my personal loan in hopefully one lump sum next month. Other debt is largely my credit card, which I am continuing to make some decent payments to clear the balance this year. Housing is in line with Prime month. This is basically the interest on my mortgage, utilities, broadband, as well as council tax, which went up marginally this year. Transport is largely my 2 car leases, but one ends in next month, so hopefully from April onwards the figure should have halved. Food, charity and misc is broadly in line with Prime months. And finally, entertainment, which is our fund budget. This month we stayed on track and spent only 70 quid. Shops do open from the 12th of April in England, so once lockdown eases, particularly with the kids home for half term, it's going to be slightly more tricky to try and stay on track, but as always I will do my best. Moving on to the investment and savings, due to the stellar results this month, my average for the year is now 69%. It's tough to stay disciplined, particularly when society wants you to buy on credit to keep up with the Joneses, but looking at the savings rate achieved, this really does keep me motivated and determined to keep going. Next, we have a year-to-date look at my expenses, and just focusing on the main buckets, we can see I've managed to save and invest almost £16,000 in 3 months, which is great. Other debt has accounted for 8% of my spend, which is mainly my credit card, as I mentioned earlier. Housing is largely out of my control, whereas transport is something I'm hoping to reduce, as it accounts for 6% of my spend or income, which I'm not really too fond of. Entertainment, however, is only 1%, which I'm very pleased with. Here we have my index fund from my pension, where you can see I've broken the 50k mark recently, and with the S&P 500 moving sideways in March, my fund value has remained flat despite paying another 2k to my pot. So what do you guys think of my income and expenses? Are you tracking your own? Let me know in the comments below. If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to follow my FIRE journey here on YouTube. I've also set up an Instagram page where I'll be sharing more regular updates, so please check me out there as well. Hopefully I'll see you in the